We are live. This is Sue Greenwald with Awakened Stories, and I'm here today with King Smarty, also known as Sananda Galactic. Dun, da, da, da. How are you, Smarty?
I'm fantastic. How you doing today,
I'm
young lady?
doing awesome, awesome. It has been a busy week.
Yeah,
Busy week.
it is.
Lots of stuff happening.
Lots of good things happening, huh?
Yeah, yeah. You have been like prolific with the posts and the information, which is it's really good, but there's like sometimes there's a billion of them. And if you need to go back to a previous day, that's like a whole day's work right there.
Literally.
Yeah.
That's because the waterfall of information Daddy talked about is literally here.
Yeah.
We're walking into everything he talked about, and we are literally here. Like literally 2 minutes ago, right? Or should I say 4 minutes ago, 3 minutes ago, I just posted a little thing from Russia intersects adrenochrome shipment from
Oh.
10,000 kids in Israel.
Oh.
So where are they getting this blood from if it ain't from the Palestinians?
Mm-mm-mm.
So yeah, there's a lot of shit happening, and there's a lot of people being dealt with, and the world is fed up. Thank God. Thank God. Thank you, Daddy. Thank you, Daddy. It's about time everybody woke the fuck up. Right, milk duds.
Milk Duds. They're going to Milk Dud City.
That's
Or
right.
Pebble Valley. Pebble Valley.
That's
Yay.
right, and beyond, which is what B would term the unmentionable or the unthinkable, because he doesn't like to see that worship part.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, I never wish anyone harm, but think of what they have done to the people, the planet, the plants, the minerals, the animals, and the people. And they've consciously done it. It wasn't like, oops, we made a mistake. They did it on purpose. And they continue to do it on purpose.
Yeah, so you made a valid point there. A lot of people, including myself, don't want to do harm.
Right.
However, in my case, it's my job to eliminate the cabal in ways that they themselves did not think were possible. And I do it with impunity, if you would. And they still don't believe it. Some of them are realizing that it's very real, but the arrogant ones keep doing and doing and doing harmful shit, and then we got to deal with them,
Right.
and we are. They're
Right.
not getting away with anything, and I want to remind everybody that the cabal, the dark ones, their time is up. They are being dealt with. All the videos and all the harmful shit you see them doing is a part of full disclosure, is a part of what's been happening. It's a part of them ceasing to exist. All of the harmful things they've done to the children is being exposed. Now, the cool part about it is the children and the innocent get to return. That's what I want to stress. And how is that possible? There's plenty of wordings in the good books that tell you that everlasting life and people returning from the dead is a thing, because if it wasn't, they would have never wrote about it. I've been teaching y'all how real it is, how possible it is, and how it's done. Mainly, Dad can just form anything and anyone at will, stand right next to you, because we're nothing but energy. So he can literally replace somebody in an instant, and you would never knew. He'll make it so that you never knew this person was dead or gone, because he can do anything. We don't limit our creator. The cool part, the fun part is going to be the crystalline chamber, because then people have an experience that will be something that they would never ever forget, and the entire masses would never ever forget. Where you get to consciously decide to walk into a crystalline chamber and receive your everlasting body. I'm doing my job in educating you all to realize how real these books were, especially the ones that were truthful, because we all know that a lot of these religious texts and religious books were altered from here to fucking Timbuktu or where the fuck you want to go. So that being said, my job is to eliminate these motherfuckers, show y'all the truth, and have all y'all realize how real everlasting life is and how real souls and entities and loved ones can return because they are nothing but energy and can be reformed. So even though we're seeing all this evil shit and dark shit that's happening to the people, especially the innocents, there is light at the end of the tunnel. And like I said the other day, the whole tunnel's lit. And we do have a beautiful future that we're literally walking into right now as we speak. And the cabal is nowhere in that future, nowhere in that new reality. We get to live life abundantly, helping everybody, restoring every fucking thing there is. And that's what's so exciting about my work, even though it can be a little stressful because you have people that are thinking about the current situation we're all dealing with, and they don't realize that they're putting the energy to that current situation where they stay into it.
Right.
So my mind is not in your reality. My mind is over here. This is where we're going. You can stay over there if you want to. I'm going over here where I belong. That's why a lot of us come back and don't feel like we're at home. Because in reality is we are from the future. We are from a different timeline. We are from a different planet at the same time. We're walking into that reality as we speak. So I just wanted to make sure that was clear on how this is happening, how it's possible. And we do have massive motherships and all types of different crafts in our skies, and they are the Light Brigade. They're not the Federation, the galactic bullshit. We are literally the Light Brigade because all of us are from Daddy, and we work with Daddy, and Daddy is light, Daddy is love, Daddy is, that's what we are. We are the legitimate Light Brigade, and I just happen to be your crazy, wild commander, supreme commander.
We have casual Fridays.
Yeah, I like to do things that people do. I like to go out. I like to have fun. I like to do some of the things humans do, right? The people do. But at the same time, I'm also operating and working on things that people don't have no fucking clue even exist. So, imagine somebody who can do almost anything and literally has to wait for everybody to wake the fuck up just so he can perform more miracles and wonders in your face. That's where we're going anyway. So, but yeah, everything is happening. All the different clones and AIs are being exposed. There's information coming out everywhere. So it's exciting for all of us to watch. I mean, even when we see something, B would send me something and I would send him something and we would crack up about it because Dad told us years ago. And now we're here. So yeah, it's very, very exciting to watch.
Beautiful,
Yes,
beautiful.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah, just like think of it this way, everyone's got food and clean water and clean air and they feel good. Just that alone will change the earth, right?
Yeah, because you're now vibrating differently because your food don't got all these contaminants, especially human remains.
Oof.
It's like we're eating a lot of dead shit, and they've been putting literal dead people in our food
And water.
and water. Which brings me up to this: we are working on a new elixir formula, just because a lot of people were complaining about the smell and all that shit. So we do have a new formula in the works. and I should be releasing it sometime next week or whatnot. But it works to get rid of all of the different human remains that were secretly put into our food, water, all that stuff. I mean, if you remember years ago, there was people in the local communities getting sick and having all these mental illnesses problems. And then they found out that it was because some fucking evil dude or evil lady or whoever the fuck it was putting chemicals in the rivers and the streams, and then it was going into the water system. So they've been doing a lot of evil shit to us, which brings me to the blue detox. The blue detox is also good for detoxing the body from heavy metals, microplastics. Like, there's so many cool products that we're coming out with, and it's all about cleaning the body, lifting your vibration, and protecting it. Because once you get your body at a high vibrational state, those parasites known as reptilians can no longer fuck with you. Okay? So this is why my products and other products around the world, I'm not the only one, are very valuable when they do things to cleanse the body. Right? And then you got the more advanced stuff, which is the pendants, the free hollows. That's a whole nother level. People, not everybody is ready for that. 10 years ago, people looked at me like, what the fuck? Are you crazy? Now they're starting to understand the shit. Like, oh man, this dude has been doing this for years. Yeah.
Yeah. I've handed my pendant to people to hold and they go like, oh, they jump, like they flinch, like, what is that? Because they feel the energy, you know.
Right. Right. It's a good
Really?
it's a good thing,
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why Dad made us do that the no worries sticker on the corner of each product, because it's literally means that besides the smell. It's it's no worries, and
Yeah.
we're gonna have entire food chains and grocery stores have no worries labels on everything, because we are, I'm not sure if y'all noticed, but there's a new sheriff in town, and he's doing things the way his father wants him to do it, and that's just going to get done. So literally all the companies around the world will have to have that no worry seal on it, just like they got that fraudulent FDA bullshit, right? You know what I'm saying? So
Or the organic stickers, which we know isn't even true.
yeah, so they've been doing things backwards.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hospitals kill you, education dumbs you down. You know the rest. So yeah, we've been having to deal with all that, and the purpose of it all is to literally wake the people up, realize that we've been under siege, if you would, and it's time to stand up and don't play in their system, and at the same time eliminate all those in that system, which is what's happening.
Awesome. Okay,
Right.
so let me talk about this elixir that you just mentioned. It's going to be coming out, like you said, maybe next week or so.
Yeah, next week.
How, like, let's say a regular person buys a bottle and takes three, four, five, half of a drop or whatever every day.
Right.
Once they finish the bottle, is that enough, or do they have to keep taking it forever?
Forever is a long time. I
Yeah.
wouldn't I wouldn't say forever, because we're going to be cleaning things up around us. However, these products are necessary because we are constantly under assault.
Right.
No matter how you look at it. Every time you go to the grocery stores, there's something in that shit. So yeah, it's going to be needed until we address the bigger problem, which is
Yeah.
the food industry, the processing companies, etc. So it's always good to have a bottle on hand.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
use them every day myself.
Okay.
So yeah, it's always good.
Yeah. Okay. Good. And does it, other than detoxing, so it's going to detox heavy metals, does it do the parasites as well?
What's that?
Does it do parasites as well?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. So the parasite, okay, the parasite buster kills all of the different types of parasites that people don't even know about. The elixir does the same thing, and um, the um, the blue detox does micro, like literally cells, micro cells. So
Oh,
if you use all of them together, it literally just harnesses all the crap out of you, and then
cool.
some people told me they were on the toilet for like days, and I'm like, well, your ass was polluted, so you should have been there.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay, good to know. Good to know. All right. So the other day I was driving home and I saw huge ships. So we're seeing them more and more and more and more and more around. And there'll be a time when I know that we see them everywhere. The great intimidation.
That's right. That's right. What are they going to call the mothership in the sky? A drone?
A Dior bag.
Right?
How
No,
stupid,
they're
how
going.
stupid is that, right?
No, they're going to call it the a heavenly beauty bag. We're working on some handbags and stuff like that, right?
Oh
So
no.
so that's what we're going to call them now. There's a heavenly beauty bag.
You'll have
Hashtag.
one that's pink with rhinestones or whatever, right?
I'm sure of it. I'm sure.
Yeah, that's great. That's
Yeah.
great.
So we got a lot of things to do. I've been talking to all the different people of the different products like water and energy, free water, free. We got a lot of things happening behind the scenes,
Awesome.
and I'm excited for everybody to receive their fundings, access to their TDA accounts, access to everything Dad wants us to have, so that you guys can participate in your neck of the woods.
Right.
And since those of us that are chosen to do these things, we will have unlimited resources.
Awesome.
Okay. Now, if Dad says go over there and take care of this, then your ass better go over there and take care of this,
Right.
because it's going to be the right thing to do, and it's going to feel fucking great,
I,
phenomenal.
every time you've helped someone or we help someone, like whether it's giving them a sandwich, giving them a ride, doing this or that, you do feel better. You feel like you've done the right thing. It feels good, right?
Right.
We're going to be able to do that on steroids. It's going to be great.
It
It
is.
is great.
It is great.
So where are we with the TDA accounts, and what should we focus on? So if you look at the group, we've got part of the group has had great success, part of the group is still like figuring it out. There's been some kickbacks and all sorts of things. So where are we with that?
Well, so what's going to happen is they're going to lift the blocks, and this is why they're all being arrested and apprehended and raided and all that. They're going to lift the blocks, and they're going to let everybody who's addressing it or going at it access.
Awesome.
What will end up happening is, for the rest of the people who aren't aware of it, they'll just get that basic income, guaranteed income.
So
Those of you guys that know about the TDA, of course, y'all going to get access to it first. That's what's happening right now.
okay.
Don't worry about the naysayers. Don't worry about the fucking spies in the group trying to press charges or trying to create a case, because those fuckers are done too.
So what you're saying then, it would behoove all of us to get on it, like try it, figure it out, work with others for ideas, because I know some of us have been working on, we're going to say creative ideas.
Right.
And I feel like we're getting closer, 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 closer. It's really good.
So what happens when you have a pool of water, right? And you have a dam, and the water's too fucking, it gets overfilled. And then all of a sudden it's too filled, and then it busts through that fucking dam. So what's going to happen is, like I said, they're going to release the blocks, and the people that are going at it will and
Yeah.
are, like
Yeah.
some of you guys. I know for a fact that you guys are doing it and having success. So don't worry about nothing else anybody says.
Okay.
Like I just said, those of you guys will have access first because you are still on it. You're doing what it is to be done. There's a galactic sting operation taking place. We all know and see who's involved in all of these banking systems. We all know what they did, and the whole masses is finding out literally
Yay.
faster and faster and faster.
Yay.
The
Yay.
only thing they got is their censorship. The only thing they got is their fraudulent law system. And if you haven't noticed, those things are being dealt with too. Okay, you're going to see prosecutions of lawyers, judges, um, 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 monitoring companies. The Israelis are being dealt with. That's a nothing burger there. Um, all of these different things are literally being wiped out behind the scenes so that you can have the golden age we all talked about. That's
Thank
what's
you,
happening.
Daddy.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Daddy. Thank you, Daddy. Thank you, Daddy. Thank you, Daddy. Thank you, Daddy.
Thank you, Daddy. Woo!
Now I'm gonna give y'all some words of advice. Feel that. Feel how it feels to be financially free. Feel how it feels to be having access to your TDA account. Feel how it feels to have to not pay bills and have everything that you need because it's a God-given right. Feel all that. Walk into that shit. Embrace it. Hold it. Let's fucking go.
Boom.
Oh,
It's such a good feeling, isn't it?
yes.
So fun.
It is fun. It's fucking fantastic.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Now, so how does the TDA fit in with the wealth transfer? Like we've got Nasara Jasara, we've got the GCR, like all these little, like we'll call it subsection of wealth transfer. How does TDA fit in it? That's going to fund the monthly payments to the common folk, if you will, the non-Jedis.
Yeah,
Should
well,
say it like that.
like I said, they don't want everybody knowing this stuff.
Yeah.
So they don't have a choice but to do basic income, guaranteed income, and then ease everybody else into it. You know, couple months down the line, year or two from now, this is where this money actually came from. It's actually yours, and since since we did all this other stuff, here's more.
Awesome. Okay.
Hey, I mean, all things are possible with that, is it not?
Right. Right.
Okay, so let's put that shit in motion. Let's make it happen. There's nothing we can't create together. Of course, he's not allowing us to create bad things anymore. So, Team Light already won. Daddy already won. So the best thing for us to do is focusing on what we want to see and not what we're going through. Because if you focus on what you're going through, you're going to still go through it. Watch what you say coming out of your fucking mug too, because you literally we're in a high vibrating state, and you will create your own suffering, and then it'll even hit you harder because you didn't realize what you just did. So focus on what you want to see for others. Others, that's the key. Taking care of each other, taking care of other people. I do it nonstop, and the people around me know this is true. I don't have to broadcast that shit. I naturally do that, right? So do what I do, or do what you feel is right. Some of you guys want to help people, but then you feel like if you help this person, then you'll be without. Don't ever think like that. Don't ever fucking think like that. Because here's the thing. You have an awesome creator that I call dad, because he's my father and yours. And whatever you do to help his people, he will return that shit 1,000-fold, millionfold, trillionfold, however you want to look at it. That's how I operate. That's why sometimes I'm fucking broke, because I operate that way.
Right.
However, I got an awesome dad, man, and so do you.
That is true. And
Very
I
true.
will witness, I've seen it firsthand. I've seen how generous you've given everything away over and over and over and over and over. People don't always appreciate it or know what you're doing. Regardless, it's always replenished.
Always, always. Sometimes I say to daddy, like, why did you just make me give away all that shit? I gotta take care of this stuff over here. Jesus Christ. And then you know what he does? He starts laughing at me, and I'm like, that's not funny, daddy.
Yeah, yeah. That is funny.
Yeah, and next thing you know, a blessing comes in. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, thank you, daddy, thank you, daddy, thank you, daddy. And every time a blessing comes in, I always request daddy restore what they blessed me with. Give it back to them 100-fold, daddy. And he always does. Always, never fails. So I'm thankful for everyone. I'm thankful for all of y'all participating and manifesting the beautiful reality that we're walking into. And um, I'm also thanking myself for following Daddy.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, because if I didn't do my source directives, we'd be in a fucked up position. And I do it with ridicule, with censorship, with all types of shit, and yet I'm still here. I guess Daddy loves me, huh?
He does. So exciting. So
I
exciting.
know, I know he does. That's not a question.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, go ahead.
All right, questions. We've gotten 4 or 5 requests for this one. What will common law marriages look like?
Um, well, that's a good thing. You won't have to pay for them, and then you'll just decide to be with each other or not. And since everybody will have money, you won't have to worry about one or the other trying to take everything from you. It'll be more like a mutual agreement type thing, kind of like a prenup.
Like
Um,
a commitment. It's just a commitment.
yeah, it's just straight fucking love. Like hell, love
Yeah,
each other. You know, it's not
yeah.
that fucking hard.
Well, now see, now marriage is a contract. I mean, most of us marry for love, okay, or various other reasons, but it's a contract. So getting out is the hard part, but then the money issues always kind of rip that part
There's
apart.
a yeah, there's a lot of things that were
Yeah,
put in place. There's a lot of shit that was put in the position that it's in now, in this reality, just to bank off of you and to keep you stressed out all the time.
right, right,
And if you was just, love each other and agree with each other on certain things, you won't have problems,
right.
right? Um, First, the most important thing is to be honest with each other. Um, you can literally tell your partner, or your wife or husband or whatever the case is, everything. If you want to run your lives a certain way, you have to tell them the truth about everything, right? If you want to be in other relationships, you have to say that shit in the beginning, right? If you feel like you can't commit to somebody, don't fucking lead them on. If you feel like um if you feel like you just want to be single and then have play dates or whatever you fucking call it, um say that. What happens is everybody gets into these cool relationships and they love each other and die hard, and then something happens where they just fall apart, and then they start hating each other and resenting each other, blah 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 blah. In my case, I had to do what daddy wanted me to do. So some of my children's mothers think I'm an asshole, but I did what daddy wanted me to do, and I brought some powerful children into this reality with me. And that's going to continue to happen whether I'm an asshole or not. The most important part is that I love all of them, and I'm super forgiving because that's what that is.
Mhm.
So no matter what they done or did, I forgive them before they even did it. They don't. Some of them don't even understand that part, but that's how everybody should operate. I posted something yesterday about unconditional love. It's nothing more powerful than that. Loving without no boundaries. Loving because it's the right thing to do. Taking care of each other. Blah blah blah. So that's the way I'm moving forward because that's the way Daddy wants me to move forward. That's the way all of y'all should move forward from here on out. If you're in current relationships, you have the choice to stay there. Some of your spouses are assholes, and we know it because we've witnessed it and we see it. And some of them are cool. So the main thing is just to love each other, and you don't need a fucking paperwork or documents to tell you guys that you're married because that shit never even existed. That was all made up just so that somebody can get paid from your certificates, marriage certificates, paid from the rings that you buy each other, paid from like somebody's benefiting from it all. And it was all created by, unfortunately, the Jews, the dark Israeli type individuals, or should I say, the reptilians that control these fuckers. But a lot of that stuff is going away. You guys will just have to have mutual agreements and move into a reality where there's no chaos between each other. That's pretty much where we're going with that.
Okay.
And the main thing you have to understand is that you guys were put here to, um, you know, be fruitful, right? Multiply and be fruitful. Some of y'all said I don't want no more kids, and then Daddy laughs at y'all. Some of y'all say I'm too old to have a kid, and Daddy laughs at y'all because you don't know what he knows. And when we get into these, or when y'all get into these chambers, and by the way, stop playing in the fucking water and all that cocoon shit. Cut it out.
Mhm. Yeah.
When y'all receive y'all new bodies, some of y'all some of y'all probably be like jackrabbits out there. I don't fucking know. next thing you know, we done multiplied the planet over fucking night because everybody's got these galactic status bodies.
That's fabulous.
so, but just be honest with each other. Just keep it real. If you keep
Okay.
if you keep it real in the beginning, you're gonna have issues.
Well, yeah, the problem now I think is, even a contract isn't a bad thing, but then you're trapped. When you want to get out, it's hard to get out. It's expensive to get out, and really, the people don't end up winning usually. You know what I mean?
Again, it was designed
Yeah.
by them,
Yeah.
which own the court system, which you have to pay.
Yeah.
Some fucking lawyer and some judge are in the back office discussing the case. How much did they have? Well, how much do they have? Well, how about we just take it off from and give her a little bit, and we stay from the rest because they have all these fees that we just created for them. Yes, let's do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
What? Come on, man, don't be stupid.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
When I create something, it's to heal people. When they create something, it's to kill people, entrap people, enslave people. You see the difference?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
All right. What's the status of Area 51? Like a week or two ago, we saw lots of fires over there.
Wasn't me.
So what? So what's happening? Is the bad stuff going away and the good stuff will be revealed?
Yeah, that's already done. A lot of that's already done. We did that a few years ago. Um, Everything is getting revealed. All the different tunnels and all that stuff. Like I was saying a couple months back, there's only a handful of things left, and that's because it's serving a purpose, and the purpose is to expose it.
Okay.
Not everybody's going to fully understand, or even be able to handle the fact that there's been thousands of bases on the ground, and more than half of them were food filleting plants, or should I say, human filleting plants. And then you were taken off to different planets because you're chattel. So some of it, or should I say, what's remaining is just so that people understands that this is what's been happening, and there has to be evidence of it all. Because if we're just hearsaying like some of us have been doing, which is not hearsay in my case because I can see it, I'm actually there, which is a whole nother subject. Um, they have to see it for themselves, and that's why the sting operation was recording things. I'm gonna give you an example of how we record. Your consciousness is also, and is your energy. Your consciousness is energy, and your consciousness can be recorded on big screen. That's why when I tap into you, I can see what you see. I can see what you did. I can see all the stuff because your consciousness is nothing but energy and memory. We can record that. What the fuck? Oh my God. Yes. So there's nothing that you can get away with. How do you think you get judged at the end of this shit? Because dad sees it all. And he shows me what I need to see. Sometimes I don't want to see the shit, to be honest. Me and B don't like the images of the children being violated. Okay? So we see it, we deal with it, and then we move forward. I'm saying that to say this. This is a real galactic sting operation, and y'all motherfuckers lost. So yes, some of it has to be shown to people. And the evidence is there. The evidence will be coming out. That's how they're prosecuting and executing a lot of the cabal. Um, there's a lot of leaked information of that even. So what I see next is a full disclosure on how, where, when, and why all of this shit was happening and the results of it, meaning everybody dealt with. And the people you thought were the enemies are not the enemies. And the people you thought were the enemies were the actual good guys. So that's where we're at with all that.
Okay. So you said about half the bases underground were, we'll call them meat processing plants.
Human meat processing
Yeah.
plant.
So let's say someone dies and we've got chemicals in our body. Okay, heavy metals, plastics, or whatever. They like that. Is that kind of what I was hearing before?
Before, yes, because that's a low vibrational thing.
Ah, which makes your product even more valuable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is why they can't stand me or my products. And they can't stand you guys for participating with us, which is why you guys are constantly under attack. And this past couple of months, the attack's been heavy because they're literally fighting for their lives.
Yeah.
And it's over because they lost. And they lost miserably. I could have just wiped them all out at one shot. Wasn't allowed to, because then y'all wouldn't wake the fuck up. And because of daddy doing it this way, a lot of you guys are awakened, and are ready to strap up and get shit done.
Yeah.
There's so many humanitarians on Earth right now that they don't even know they're humanitarians. And that's what's exciting about it all, because daddy sees it. We obviously know he sees it, but we see it. And we know that certain military groups saw it and seen it too because of their looking glass devices. If you remember a few years back, maybe 8 years back on Dinar Chronicles, it literally said Sananda and his humanitarian force will reveal themselves and hit the scene. Well, we're here. Salute.
Boom. Yay. Crowd goes wild. Okay. Awesome. Now, I got this question from 4 separate people. How can someone tell if they're a clone? People are worried that they're clones.
Well, if you're a clone, then you would cease to exist as the consciousness goes up because you'll deteriorate. And if you don't deteriorate, then you're not a fucking clone.
Okay. So that's going to vary with the individual. Is that correct? Okay.
Yeah. Like there's a bunch of people that are in the galactic community that are official clones. And they're just going to fade away and reveal themselves. There's no way around it. That being said, if you are a clone and daddy wants to restore you, you won't even know that you were because you will be restored. Did I not just say we have an awesome father?
We did.
If
So
you're,
basically, not much a person can do other than keep their vibration high.
yeah. There's multiple clones and avatars, by the way. We have our own too, and ours have daddy's energy in them because of the way they were formed. You see what I'm saying?
Are they here on Earth, these clones?
Yeah, that's how we've been able to do certain things by replacing people.
Ooh.
I mean, to the T. Like you won't even know that they won't even know they're clones, and then they'll do what daddy wants them to do. So there's many ways to skin a cat. Not that you want to skin a cat, but that's what they say, right? So
Yeah.
we can replace you with a clone, or we can just have an angelic or galactic walk in on you consciously, move your conscious to the side. You'll still be there in the background, like, but you won't be able to do shit.
Yeah. Okay.
This is
Interesting.
this is very real, yeah.
Okay. So we know there's a lot of different ways to manufacture clones. There's tons of different methods and blah, 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 blah. And there's probably different litmus tests to see whether that one's a clone, that one's a clone, whatever. But what you're saying is no matter where they originated, when they get to a certain level of consciousness, they're either wiped out, they disintegrate or go away, or daddy chooses to keep them here and allows them to be a real boy, like in Pinocchio, right?
That is right. That is
Okay.
right. That's why the Pinocchio story actually exists because that's possible.
Okay. Wow, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, interesting, isn't it? All right. So, question, can we shapeshift? What's that?
Daddy said I'm the coolest.
That is correct. Yeah, that's funny. Can we shapeshift after we go through the crystalline chambers, or or do we all have different abilities and some will be able to, but some might not be able to?
Um, yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Right.
The or.
Yeah. People have
Because
different abilities.
yeah, some of us have all the abilities, but they won't be able to use them um in a way that daddy don't want them to. And some of us won't be able to use certain abilities at all because you just don't have them. It's yes to both questions, to be honest.
Okay.
It's all about what needs to be done because a lot of people just want abilities to whatever the case is, show off or do this or do that. However, he's not allowing that right now. Um, my light brigade, they have They have but all the abilities. The Jedi's have all the abilities too. Um, some of y'all have abilities that you don't even know you have, but you've been doing things. You wake up tired. You wake up, feeling like you just got hit by a truck because you probably did. So,
Yeah. Okay. So after the crystalline chambers, we will know what our abilities will be, or and yeah, like right now, it's hard to imagine why would we need these things other than to fool around, right? To play or whatever. But there will probably come a time when they'll come in handy and we'll know how to use them, right?
exactly. And
Yeah.
Dad will show you. The cool part is Dad will show you. If he wants you to go walk through the walls, if he wants you to help people, if he wants you to stop car accidents, if he wants you to do this, do that, he will literally say, "Do it, do this, do that," and then you'll surprise yourself, which is what happened to me. I accidentally on purpose stumbled upon some of my abilities because he didn't tell me. He just said, "You'll figure it out."
Thanks.
So sad.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Like that time when I told you guys that I just spent, a couple $100 on making the old Smarty charms with the resin and the glitter. And then the next day, Daddy says, "Well, you can just hit the pendant." Wait, what?
Yeah, but I think sometimes learning, we'll call it the hard way, is a good way to get a lesson anchored, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, exactly, exactly. And the cool part about it all is since I did all that,
yeah,
I understood what these certain elements did. Like nobody would ever think to put little pieces of fiber optic wires inside of the resin because the fiber optic wires creates an energy field that's circular. Boom. Nobody would. Oops. Um. Yeah. So that being said, I had to do all those things so that I understand how it all worked.
right, right.
Now I'll just take an object, pull all the frequencies from it, and then do something like this.
Ooh,
See, now this has fiber optic wires. This vibrates. This has an energy field. And we also have one of these on raffling right now. So if you want to try to win it, go ahead and do that. But
blue one, yeah,
a lot of the things that I create is because of what Daddy had me researching and developing. And I had to experience all the stuff and spend a lot of money to get to where I'm at. You know, you I wouldn't change anything I did at all. Even when I was back in the day, running around in the streets and all that. I even had one of my brother told me that his son was telling someone, that, you know, by looking at me, anybody, people can change, so it's true, especially when you have purpose. But
right.
but but that's what those purposes were, creating all these different things and spending all these different monies to make certain objects. Like they say, Einstein didn't fuck up the light bulb 1,000 times. He realized 1,000 times how not to do it.
Right, right.
I say it my way, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah.
Cool. It might have been yesterday. You put out a video or a post, and it talked about there's islands that like they're living in, like, say, the 1950s on this one, the 1960s here, the 70s here, the 80s there, whatever it might be. I've heard that before, and then you put below it the districts. So I had assumed the districts had different kinds of people, like some human, some maybe not human, different animals, different this, different that. So do we have a 1950s district or whatever? Like, how does that work?
Uh, the answer is yes, but yes, it's true. Is different districts, and different dimensions.
Oh,
If you study Billy Maher's um, experiences and Semyasi and all them, which were Palladian, if you study all his stuff, you will find out that they picked him up. He's got photos to prove it. They picked him up, opened up portals, and went into different realms where there were dinosaurs and all these other different things. So the answer is yes, all of that is possible, and yes, you guys will be able to experience all of that when we set up the galactic dimensional field trips.
yeah, yeah. Looking forward to that. Okay.
There's a lot to learn, there's a lot to understand, and there's a lot to experience still. We have a massive universe, massive. So yeah, you're gonna you know whatever Daddy wants you to experience, you will experience. And what we're ending is the death experience. You don't have to move into different dimensions, death by death, meaning you'll be able to use a chamber and then go to different dimensions, different realms without experiencing dying.
Right.
So it's a lot to take in. However, this is what I do. This is what I know. This is what I'm here to instill in all you guys and wake y'all the fuck up.
Yeah. When you look at like any show on TV, any book, any this, any that, there's always an element of sickness. There's always trauma, right? There's sickness, death. There's got to be drama in this show, evidently to make it interesting. But
Right.
it's ingrained deeply into our energetic field and our consciousness that's how society is.
It's true.
It's going to be so exciting to step away from that. It
That
is so
is
exciting.
that is
Yeah.
very true. That's very
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. Okay. Today is August 8th, and we're getting all sorts of things about the Lionsgate portal. Is that a thing?
Um, it's a thing. However, I don't pay it no mind.
Right.
I mean, there's so many portals out there.
Yeah. It's supposed to be this strong shift of energy coming in, blah, 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 blah.
What? I ain't strong enough?
Well, I had friends that say, "Oh my God, Lionsgate, I can feel it in advance," and blah blah blah. They're like going, and I just smiled at myself because the energy has been increasing, and you raised the consciousness maybe 2 days ago again. Wow, it's going. You can feel it. You can
That's what
feel it.
that's what I'm saying. The lion's already been fucking here. Hello. You talking about a solar flare now? The only solar flash by the sun is this one hitting the planet. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, cool, cool. Um, Switch of topics. Somebody asked about horses. They wanted to know what you thought about horses, like you, meaning not you, Sananda, thought about horses.
Oh, I love them.
Okay.
Yeah, I love them.
I thought so because David Adair talked about horses. He met Jesus, and Jesus was dressed in horse gear, and a couple times I think that happened, and another couple of times. So I'm assuming that you love horses, and
Yeah.
yeah, so they'll be well treated in the future.
Yeah, you have to understand that, I love everything. I just
Yeah.
I just don't care for picking up horse shit and stuff like that. Which is why I invent things to take
Yeah,
care of shit like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
Like some of the new gadgets that we make, I'll be able to have pets around and not have to worry about if they just stepped on shit and tracked it in the house.
Yeah.
So,
No, that's a fabulous invention.
yeah,
You could just, you get a new pet, you're like, okay, don't rip up the furniture, and there's your bathroom. Other than that,
exactly.
let's have fun.
Did you see that post with the water coming out like that in the bathroom?
Yep,
Okay, well, I've seen similar stuff to that here
yep,
that we produce where the animal can just back into a stall, release themselves, and then get cleaned up and walk right out. So there's all things possible. And the cool part about where we're headed is that all you guys, especially the children, will have so much freedom to create and produce. And then daddy and I will be here to back y'all up. Because I'm not fucking going nowhere for a long time. Like a long time. Like a long time.
So we may as well make it fun.
Exactly.
May as well make it fun.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. I still remember the conversation where he says that that I'm his son and I inherited all this and I got to clean it all up. And I says, all right, well, let's fucking go. It's a mess, and so we got to clean this shit up.
It, when you look around, you're like, wow, it's so overwhelming. There's so many things like that need, you know, enhancement. So I'm grateful you're here.
I'm glad you brought that part up too, and thank you, by the way. I'm glad I'm here too because the world needed someone like myself, not to blow smoke up my ass, but um, um, I've been watching YouTube videos lately, and I'll share some where China has it. China's doing a lot of fucking advanced stuff, little gadgets here and there, and the U.S. has been we've been suppressed to be able to do those type of things because of all the bills and all the shit that we have to deal with. So my main thing is to get Galactica back to where it needs to be so that we can not compete with China, and we will in some cases, literally everywhere, but also bring all of these entrepreneur. I was about to say entrepreneur niggers because that's what I call myself. But all of these, entrepreneurs, inventors, and all that
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
bring them together and create wonderful things without having to worry about some fucking government or some entity wanting to control us. That's why we're doing what we're doing. We're eliminating every fucking thing. Everybody, I don't care who you are, what your title is. If you're in the way, you will be eliminated. Period. I made it clear to everybody, and they know. So, we are going to be moving into a reality that's full of abundance, full of, I mean, shit. Some of the stuff that we will be producing here, not even China will be able to compete with, and it's because of what I have. Not only that, we have already have things on different crafts just waiting to be delivered. Cargo ships full of shit, full of stuff. So we're gonna drop it like it's hot. I mean, like it's hot. Like, let's go. And I'm excited about all that stuff, and nobody's going to be able to stop it. So what's happening now is that people are realizing my role in all this stuff. You can't. They're in a position now, and I'm talking about behind the scenes. They're in a position now where they're like, "Fuck, this. We're done. We can't stop him. We've tried everything.
Yeah.
You go after him. No, you go after him. No, you go after him. No, we're not going after him." So we're gonna have we're gonna have such a boom in all departments of life. This is gonna be super crazy, and we're just gonna be sitting here enjoying every fucking thing. Which is why I'm so happy Dad put us where we're at. Because we get to work and then we get to go play. Sometimes the same day.
Yeah.
Work and then play.
Yeah.
So it's fun, and it's only going to get better and better and better.
Fabulous.
Building a city that don't have to worry about black mold, don't have to worry about children disappearing, people disappearing, human trafficking, all those type of things are they're no, it's over.
Yeah.
It's over. I mean, just the other day, we passed by a couple of buildings and we saw some violations happening, and then we also saw sheriffs and stuff involved, and it's like, whoa. So we're doing things to expose everything and everyone. There's no way around what's happening. So you either come clean or you get dealt with publicly. That's where we're at with it.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah. I think now we're pretty aware of what's going on. We just need it really to escalate quickly, you know?
And that's why I was telling you guys the last time that we're in a state of awareness and energy where we are pushing this shit out the window.
Right.
Or maybe not out the window, but out the door.
Yeah. But you can see it in the outside world. You can see everything happening like it's all at once, right?
And you see the more we put energy behind the commands, then that's why I'm trying to do it quick, not trying. That's why I'm doing it quick, putting it
Yeah.
out there. Because a lot of you guys, since Dad's increasing your abilities too, all I have to do is put something out there and command. And even when you look at it, it's like done, boom, done. And even the bad guys, when they look at it and they're like, no, stop, we don't want him to do that. That energy helps us too, stupid ass.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Okay.
There's a method to my madness.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Got a question the other day. Does a business entity have a QFS or a source financial system? Do they have an account?
A business?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I would. I'm not even sure why that would even be needed moving forward, because we'll all have accounts that we'll all be running, and we won't be needing to do things for business. It'll be more of a. Hmm, uh, let's.
Well, think of it this way, though. Let's say we have jillions of dollars, and you've got all these great inventions, and I've got great inventions, and Joe Schmo has great inventions. Well, we might want to put them out there to the public. We won't really need the money, but we have to provide them in some fashion. So there is a business there, although maybe money isn't the focus like it is now.
Well, what I'm saying, what I'm trying to say is that all you need is one account to do everything. So, like right now, they make everybody do business this and business that and LLC and blah, blah, blah. Who's getting paid from that? I got to pay stuff out the wazoo just to get some shit done.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Not only that, they literally try to do what's in their handbook and suffocate me, because that's what they're known to do. They try to suffocate me so that I can't make moves. And when they do that, it exposes them. I've been in this town for going on 4 or 5 years, and all the banks here, not all of them, but most the banks that I had closed my account for no reasons at all. Then they attack all of my ship products. You guys are witnessing all this, by the way. You guys are witnessing it. I'm posting photos, deliveries going missing, everything that they can possibly do to stop me, they've done. And it's over. All of their stuff is running out. They can't do it no more. And the cool part is when they do it to me, I address it, and then I address it across the board for everybody else.
Right.
Which is why some things have to happen to me. Not that I like it. It could be easier. I shouldn't have to go through this because of who I am. But it's also part of the sting operation.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you can do this to the main man, then that means you don't give a shit about nothing and no one, right? Okay, well, the main man's got an itchy trigger finger and he's not afraid to use it.
Yeah. No respect. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
all I gotta do. Sit here and go, what he hit? I don't know, but something got hit. Next thing you know, you see obituaries. That's
That's
that's so
funny.
that's so wrong.
Yeah.
You
I
you seen the men that stare at goats, right? That movie.
yeah.
You see the goat fall over. Yeah, I'll do that shit sitting on the couch. Go ahead.
That's great. All right, next question. Is King Arthur the same soul essence as Sananda?
That's a good question. Um, I got a no to that because he's still around.
Okay. Next question. Natural supplements. Okay, so we've got organic, natural, blah blah, the healthy one that we pay more for, and then we've got regular. Are they also corrupted?
Um, some yes, some no, and the reason is because how it was grown with chemicals
Okay.
or where it was grown. If you're using different types of pesticides and all these different types of things to grow your crop that should have grown naturally,
Right.
there's a problem.
Right.
Um, if you and there's things you could do to resolve that, which is just by having one of my stickers. Because my stickers act as fertilizer, also removes all types of impurities in the seeds, which is why some people around the world are using them right now, studying them, which is also cool. So you have to make sure you get it from a pure source and they're not using bullshit.
Right. Right.
So until again, and that's being cleaned up as we speak.
Right.
Um, However, it's going to be a little process so that we realize what was done and realize that what they say are natural really isn't.
Right.
You can also just charge your supplements. You can charge all your stuff with my hollows, with my
Right.
holograms, the free ones, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're free. You can clean all your shit up just by taking your supplements and holding them up to my screen, on my website where it says free hollows.
Right.
Uh, or just put a charm next to your fruits and vegetables, your supplements, pills, herbs, spices, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
That will help neutralize anything that's there. Again, we still have to address the way it was grown, where it was grown, and who grew it. Unfortunately, people that are in a muck um, create products that are in a muck too. For instance, you've seen the part where you put love and hate on a bottle of water. So what if you're a farmer and you're going through all this shit and you hate the fucking way your life is going through and you hate this and you hate that, and then you're out in the field growing these products or growing these produces. That's not good now, is it? We're nothing but water and energy. You're transmitting that shit to your crops. That's not good. So we have a lot to address, and we are.
The same principle goes like if you go to a restaurant, and usually it would be like, I'm going to say fast food restaurants, but lower end restaurants where people aren't treated well, they're not happy, they're cooking and putting together your food and handing it to you. That lower energy is going into the food.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Even if you're sitting next to somebody while you're eating, that can mess up your vibe, mess up your day.
Yeah.
So It's important for you to constantly stay high vibration and clear yourself. We all know how to clear yourselves. And if you don't, it's simple. See yourself filled with white, loving light. Put a heavy, loving light blanket around yourself, and that's it. And clear everything around you.
Right. What I've also recommended to people is, let's say you buy regular groceries, you're not organic or whatever, or even if you are organic, bring your groceries home and put near the hollows or the products. Even while you're unpacking them, they're going to absorb those higher frequencies that will help your body. And of course, I have stickers, and I have literally hollows everywhere in my house.
Right.
I do the cheaters version. I put them in baggies because laminating is like a 2-second job. So I've got them literally all over, and they're always near my stuff,
Right.
right?
Right. Right.
That costs like 20 cents each to print. So it's not expensive,
And
right?
she didn't cheat because I put it out there for free for people who can't afford that.
Right, right.
So yeah.
Well, I
Um,
mean, I didn't laminate them. I stuck them in a plant baggie because I didn't want
oh, okay, okay.
to. And
I actually do that myself, and I recommend it too
yeah, yeah,
because then you don't have to worry about it getting wet, and
yep.
it's easy if you don't have a lamination machine. Which if you're going to do the free stuff and give it away, I recommend you just go get a laminator,
Yeah.
get some photo paper, laminate all the free hollows, give them to your friends, family. If you got friends and families that are straight up assholes, get some of those free stickers, put them underneath their beds, and
Yep.
then watch what happens.
Yep.
Miracles and wonders.
Yeah, that's what I would say too, is people don't always need to know what you're doing. Like, so what I do is I will tape these little baggies of hollows under the kitchen table or whatever. They're in my, I tape them. People don't need to know but the vibration is higher, right?
Right, right.
And put them under the bed or under the mattress. So they don't need to know, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
A lot of my research and development was because I gave shit away.
Yeah.
When I was on the Real Truth Call 2016, 17, 18, and a little bit of 19, I was just producing free holograms and then giving it away. And people would call in the next day or a week or two, a month or two, a year or two, and they would say what happened. And because of what they were saying, I was paying attention and also viewing what was happening. One of the coolest ones on there were so many cool testimonies, but one of the coolest ones on there was a teacher that got the free super
Right.
blue ones.
Mhm.
She printed them out. She laminated them, and then she put them underneath all of the children's chairs.
Remember that.
And it was a group of mentally unstable children. I think it was either Down syndrome or whatever it was. If anybody finds that audio, post it so I can reshare it. But
Yeah.
however, what she ended up realizing is that they were no longer outbursts, all crazy. They were chill, mellow, and communicating with each other.
Right.
And she told us all that. So because of things like that, I understood that the energy was soothing and calming and all this other stuff, and it was also working with covering the children and changing their whole vibe.
Right. Right.
And there's light bulbs. And this is why they changed light bulbs because certain light bulbs do the same thing. So with that being said, I also know that energy travels with light. So then all you would have to do is take these free hollows and place them next to light bulbs. So whatever the hollow is,
Projecting.
whatever is projecting, whatever frequencies are in it, you put it next to your light bulb and it broadcasts through the whole area. So because of me doing it the way that I did, and free stuff, and then just listening to everybody's testimonies.
Yeah.
That's why that's what helped me develop some of the cool shit I got now, and it's also helped me develop my abilities too.
Right.
You know, when Fisher was on the call with us, and he would do his care packages and healings and all that stuff, I always had the abilities to remote view. I never knew what it was. But when he would say certain things and he would go to people or send angelic care packages and blah, 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 I would see the shit. And I was like, oh shit, that's cool. So then I started I went from listening and observing and tagging along to then actually performing. So the very, very first one was the gentleman in the hospital bed bleeding from a brain aneurysm. And Fisher went in and he's like, I see this and I see that, and I saw the shit, and I was like, oh shit, this is cool. So then previously, before that, I was already doing, touch. So what I ended up doing was going in, looking at the hemorrhaging, and then placing my finger lit up kind of like ET phone home. So what I did was I just went in and went and stopped the bleeding. Boom. And the results was, it was what everybody wanted. The man was healed. And because of that, I knew I could do these things. Then I went forward and then started just taking shit out of people. Taking out tumors, taking out this and replacing hearts. And it's because of my starting the way that I did, doing free stuff, tagging along and remote viewing and healing and blah, 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 blah. I do it to this day nonstop. I get text messages every day. Y'all see them because I share them. I don't share everything and everyone, but that's how I was able to do what I did, and that's why I'm at the state of my awareness, abilities, consciousness, and power that I have now, because I started off giving and caring and loving on y'all the way no other has loved on y'all before, other than Daddy. I don't know if y'all noticed, but I love this shit. I love to do what I do.
I remember the old days you would take that, what was his name? Stretch Armstrong or something? Remember that? And then you lost it, and then you had to have like a GI Joe or something, but you would show us how to heal someone. Explain
Right,
it. Okay, they need a new spine, they need a new leg or foot. This is
right.
how you do it. Those videos are out there. All right.
They are out there, and the cool part is those things that we did and that I did are now being illustrated in these AI videos. Real shit. Did you see the one where the ETs had the young lady floating above the bed,
Yeah.
and then you can see the skeleton, and then you can see the body parts and all that? That's how I see it. Literally, that's how I see it. So when I look at your body and I see all types of bullshit there, I'll just go and remove it all.
Right. Right.
Linda Morton Howe has a video out there that explains that this is what the ETs have been doing to cattle. They surgically remove body parts from the cattle without cutting them. So what that tells you? That tells you that your body is nothing but energy, and if you have the right skills or the right equipment, you can extract something from the body. Okay? Now, I'm trying to tell y'all, not trying, I'm fucking telling y'all that I can do this shit. And that's
Yeah.
what I do.
That's
That's
great.
why I heal people. That's why I kill. That's why I eliminate shit. Excuse me. I don't want to say that.
But that's it. If we go back and watch those videos and understand how to use energy, we can assist in that as well.
I've trained all of y'all.
Yeah.
All of y'all that paid attention, I've trained all of y'all.
Yeah.
So I'm right now I'm telling y'all that there is information validating what I'm saying, validating what I'm capable of, validating everything I do, because it's already out there. A lot of people don't even understand some of the shit that I'm saying. It's like fucking gibberish to them, which is cool. Eventually, y'all all gonna know why I have the title that I have, and why I am who I am, and why I say I am who I am. It's not because I chose to be. It's because Daddy told me. You know how they say, when I came back, not even I knew. Well, I fucking didn't. But yeah, there's a lot of things that I can do. I can see the future. I know what you're gonna do. I know what you're gonna experience. I know who's gonna die. I know who's not gonna die. I know who I can bring back. I know who I can't bring back. I know all these things. And I love to do what I do. And going back to the Gumby thing, it was a action figure that I was holding up and I was explaining how if you had a knee problem, if you had a knee problem, all you would do is just go etherically or in your mind's eye, in your imagination, you pull the knee out, extract it, send it off to daddy, grab a new one, put it back. I've taught y'all that because that's literally how to do it. There was another gentleman that he didn't just come out, but I just started posting his stuff again, where he would remote view the person's body, see what's wrong with them, and then fix it in his mind's eye, and then all of a sudden it'd be repaired because he took he saw your shoulder as he saw your shoulder, the good shoulder, and then he saw the bad shoulder, and then he just replaced the good shoulder with the bad shoulder, and then it just formed where it healed. That's basically all we're doing. Basically all we're doing. So now imagine when everybody else starts realizing that these things are possible, and then they start following and listening to what I'm saying, we the unstoppable force will realize we're unstoppable.
Right.
Because we work for dad. That's why we do what we do. You got free will to fuck your life up, or you can just work for dad.
Right, right. So these older videos are on. Well, Bob has collected them. And they're on Bubble Up. So that's probably the quickest way to get to them. And there are other YouTube channels that may have them as well. Source Directives and Holotech R&D. All right, so older videos, but fabulous information.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's all crazy until you understand it.
Yeah,
It's that's where we're at. Like people think we're fucking crazy.
yeah,
Oh, they're crazy. But then, shortly here, which is happening right now, they're gonna realize, man, they weren't crazy. They actually knew what the fuck they were talking
yeah.
about, and we were in a daze. So
Well, we're taught again, programmed over and over and over and over about we are material, we are material physical bodies in a material world. And if you've got this, you need an operation and a drug, but an operation to correct it. Like it's a mechanical viewpoint of our body and
right.
our world, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, they're not telling us that we're more than what you see here, you know.
Yeah, it's exciting. Everybody's gonna realize all this stuff.
Yep. Yep.
And there's millions and millions of people waking up each day.
Yep.
People that were sleeping a few years back are now sharing shit.
Yeah.
So and everybody has how you say everybody's changing. Everybody has the right to go at it at their own pace. However, the energies that are happening and hitting the planet right now, your choices are being they're running out. So you're gonna have to wake the fuck up.
Sooner or later. Yeah. Yeah. Awesome.
Yes,
So
it
exciting.
is.
So exciting. All right, next question. Metaphysical things like the tarot cards, astrology, feng shui, and all of that, are those real or have they also been corrupted?
The answer is yes to both questions because again, it all depends on who's doing it.
Right. Right.
Metaphysical is literally what I just told you.
Yeah.
You know, moving in and out of dimensions, removing body parts. That's all metaphysical, dimensional work. I can see the layers. I can see everything. That's all metaphysical. I can see the demonics, the demons, the reptilians, blah, 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 the different ETs, whatever you want to call it. That's all metaphysical. That's all real. The tarot cards, the pendulums, that's all real too. However, it depends who's operating them.
Right.
Because if you get somebody that's all fucked up and that think they know everything, you can get a message that didn't come from no place other than them.
Right.
I had people do tarot cards on me, and the fucking cards just
Well, the problem is a lot of people are talking with entities who are tricksters. They act like they're, that of the light, and then they have an agenda. So
right.
they might pass along some good stuff at first that's truthful and honest and
Mhm.
helpful, but then they add in a little bit that's corrupted or bad. And that's how, they gain trust and then that bad stuff slips through and the person doesn't realize it.
That's true. That's
Or they're excited that they have the ability to channel or whatever, and then the information they pass forward is not truthful.
that's true, and that's how a lot of things become compromised. That's how a lot of people think they're something they're not.
Yeah.
That's one of the ways some of the Jedi's turned on me because of that. Um, and it all goes, it all goes back to love and or light and dark or whatever, however you want to call that, however you want to say it. If you're operating out of love, then you will get. If you're operating out of love and you're vibrating high, there's pretty much no way a dark entity can come in on you while you're doing those things. And if it does so happen, if you feel eerie, clear yourself. And there's other people that are literally in the dark, know they're in the dark, and are doing dark shit
On purpose too.
on purpose. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
and some of them are doing it just to make sure they get that money from you. I see this happening to you. Come back next week.
Oh yeah.
Make sure you bring me those $20 for your next reading.
Oh, it's way more than that. I have through my expos I've seen how they operate now.
Mm-hmm.
It took me
I saw it. I saw it
yeah,
too.
took me a while to get like what the system was, but now I'm hip to it.
Yeah, I saw it too while I was there, and I was hitting everything and just laughing at people.
Yep.
Would you like to lay on this bed so I can do a healing on you? Do I look like I need a fucking healing?
Well, and then
Let me
and then
read your horoscope and let me.
some
No.
some people will say, "Well, you've got an entity. I come to my office or house, I'll take it away. Come tomorrow, come soon, blah blah blah. Oh, and buy this candle. That'll scare it away." Right?
Yeah.
So they go and then they spend thousands of dollars. Then they text me or message me, and I'm like, dude, I'll laugh right in their face. You're the one that chose to do it.
Yeah, there was also some good people there too. There was a
Awesome
lot,
people.
lot of awesome people. I
Yeah.
remember I remember walking up to one lady and she looked at me and she paused and then she looks above me and she's like, "Whoa." And I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Who are you?" And I says, I'm King Smarty. Who are you? She's like, no, they're telling me you're the galactic gangster.
I'm getting chills. I'm getting
Yeah.
chills. Yeah.
And I just started cracking up
Yeah.
because that's what I am.
Yeah.
That's what I am. I
Yeah.
was just cracking up. And I was
Yeah.
like, I said, they better stop fucking snitching on me. I got chills too.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of good people out there, and that's why I always back them up no matter what. And the dark ones, we we don't have a choice but to hit them with heavy love and light blankets and
Yeah.
allow them to expire. And the same thing for the those of light. We hit them with heavy love and light blankets and empower them and help them. That's where we're going.
Right.
So yeah, fun stuff.
Yeah. So I know people will always ask me where to get your products.
Mhm.
So I'm going to just say it and then I'll put it in the description. So if you look at the description in a little bit, that gives you full info. But smartiescorner.com. Okay. So you can get free hollows. You don't have to spend a penny, but obviously like the products, the pendants, the jewelry they're beautiful, but they're more fun to wear and they've got all the healing and protective frequencies in it.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
That's right. It's powerful stuff, and thanks for the plug. It's, it's always
Yep.
it's always appreciated. I mean, because of my work, I'm also, having the freedom to continue my work so that I don't have to worry about financial stuff. Although, the only time I worry about stuff is when somebody needs something and I just can't do it because I can't because I don't have it. That type of stuff. Other than that, what I do have coming in is always going back to producing
Right,
more
right,
cool stuff.
right.
That being said, let me show you this sneak peek real quick because I haven't shown anybody yet. Maybe just Sue. I want to show y'all something because this is what I saw last week. You were here last week, right? When I told you about these pendants.
I guess you have to show it to me because my mind is blank right now.
Okay, let me show you.
Oh, nice. I did not see those. Did not see those.
No, I told you about them.
Beautiful.
So they're the new charms, and they're similar to the other charms, but now they have that see-through glass
Crystal,
type. Yeah.
crystalline look. I love
All
it.
right.
I love it. I mean, the Pitholem ball, like this is just, I mean, it's the most fun. It fits. This is the original. It fits in your palm. It feels good. It's beautiful to look through. And then, of course, when you put it on the stand, the colors are amazing.
Right.
You can switch the colors, but also what it does, it raises the vibration. Like this morning, I had some issues. I've had a lot of censorship lately. I did text you, but I also was talking to Pithel. Like I need help, like pronto,
Hmm.
and it all worked out smoothly.
That's right.
Yeah, you can use these tools in so many ways. They clear, they protect, they help you in every way.
Yeah, that's right. That's what they're for.
Yeah,
People don't even understand what the pendulum is just yet.
yeah,
But I've already told everybody it's a telepathic communications device, a search engine, if you would.
yeah,
And when they get it, they're gonna be like, "Oh shit!" And I don't mean like when they buy it. I mean like when they get it.
understand it.
Right.
So, so Pitholem is your daughter, right?
Yep. Old soul, just like her daddy.
Right. So Pitholem is, we're just going to say physically here on Earth. Her mission is to help raise the vibration of Earth. I think is she focused on technology?
Yeah, but it's a different type of technology. It's more like a sentient type of technology. Um, uh, for instance, we can literally go to the beach and create a spaceship out of sand, and it'll operate just like a regular spacecraft, or like one of these piece of shit devices they have down here. And it'll be live, living, sentient, consciousness.
Interesting.
That's what all my products are. That's what all my products do.
Yeah.
They're literal pockets of energy, and there's consciousness in all the devices. Daddy, that's why you feel great. That's why you can communicate with it. That's so many.
Yeah. When we think of technology, we think of mechanical. It has to have a plug, right? It has to have wires. That's what technology is to us, right?
Mhm.
Now, yeah, that's cool.
That's
But
why I tell everybody,
technology,
yeah, that's why I tell everybody we are the technology. And I'm the secret weapon, if you will, or the weapon, the ultimate weapon.
boom. Okay. You brought out the switch of topics. You brought out the mirror expect miracles bracelet with the birthstone on it a month or two ago, and
Yep.
we're going to have 13 months. You're at there is a month added between June and July called Soul. All the months will have equal number of days, and people have asked for a chart showing that, and you and I had talked about that. Has that chart been done yet?
Um, what we're going to do is create calendars.
Yeah. Well, that was my next question because that's going to affect astrology, right? Because the astrologers no, because our birth may go into a different like zodiac sign or whatever you want to call it.
I mean, I don't know why y'all believe that shit anyway.
Well, that well, I think there's some merit in that. I do,
No,
but
well, there's only merit because y'all created that.
ah,
Just like y'all created the storms that wasn't coming until y'all thought it was.
yeah, okay,
So yeah. Um, no, it's going to be an easy transition. We will have calendars. We will be doing all of these cool things with it all, and everybody will find their position and they'll know that it's true.
okay,
So it's not going to be that hard to understand it all. And Dad has the final say to everything.
right,
So when I do something, it's it. That's it. There's no way around it. Just like D Blue currency, it's 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 on hold right now as far as the digital platform, but that's because everything around it is being fucking wiped out. Okay. Just like the coins themselves. The coins are the most valuable precious metals there is on the planet. People don't even know what the fuck it is. Excuse my French. That's not French, but um, people don't even know what it is. However, Dad made it the most valuable precious metal on the planet. That being said, he also created the market that these coins, or the market that these coins will be
right,
in, which is global, not global, excuse me,
galactic,
galactic, right? He created me. We create these things down here. He created you. He created everything that I talk about. He gave me the insight and abilities to do all these things. So when we do something like change calendars, rename America to Galactica, do all these cool things, who has other say?
I heard you say Galactica earlier, but I didn't ask about it. I put it in my little mental thing to ask, and I didn't yet. So, ooh, how cool is that?
Well, we will have the first public. embassy, galactic embassy. So why not call it Galactica?
Galactica. Is that how we're known out in the galaxy, in the universe?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. There's different names. However, like I said, Dad has the final say, and things will just automatically fall into place because Dad's just cool like that.
So we don't need to worry about calendars, months, what birthstone we get, blah, 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 blah. Just trust that it will unfold. You'll be notified. You're not going to miss a thing, right?
Right. So another cool thing is all you have to do is count the days yourself. If you know there's 28 days in a month,
Yeah.
you can count where you lie, and then order the appropriate bracelet.
Right.
Not that hard. But yeah, we're working on all that.
Love it. It's going to be so fun. It is so fun.
It
So
is so
fun
fun.
already. So fun already.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm getting hungry, so
Ah, okay.
we're good. You're coming over for dinner. Bring a cake like you always do.
Okay.
No, I'm joking, but we'll be here.
Thank you all for watching, and thank you so much for letting us know what you're doing and letting us, like, this is so exciting. You have no idea. Well, you do have an idea, but it's incredible.
Yeah, well, Daddy loves us, and he's showing us. So
Yeah.
pay
Yep.
attention.
All right. Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Love all you guys. Have a great weekend.
Love you too.